Goodbye. Don't cry.
So my project is going to be the history of movie musicals. Um, the genre was not a purely Hollywood concept until sound was invented. What the clip I just showed was from The Jazz Singer, which is the first film that used sound. It didn't. Well, movie musicals didn't start off as a Hollywood genre. During the 30s, it really started to pick up and become a Hollywood staple. The next clip I'm going to show you is performed by one of the big 30 stars in movie musicals, Fred Astaire, and it's called Putting On the Road.
Have you seen the well-to-do up and down Park Avenue on that famous thoroughfare with their noses in the air, high hats and arrow collars, white spats and lots of dollars, spending every dime for a wonderful time? Now if you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits, putting on the Ritz? Different types who wear a day coat, pants with stripes and cutaway coat, perfect fits, putting on the Ritz. Dressed up like $1 million trooper, trying hard to look like Gary Cooper. Super duper, come let's mix where Rockefellers walk with sticks or umbrellas in their mitts, putting on the Ritz. Tips his hat just like an English chappie to a lady with a wealthy pappy. Very snappy, you'll declare it's simply topping to be there and hear them swapping smart tidbits, putting on the Ritz.
So as you can see from that clip, the 30s genre of movie musicals were very elaborate dancing, very singing music. It was very movement oriented, like Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. Um, when the 40s came around, MGM were the leading producers of these movie musicals, and the dancing aspect of it slowly started to fade away. And we have stars like Judy Garland, Frank Sinatra. Um, it focuses more on the singing and the music, um, and more simple choreography. But when color comes to film, one of the first movies to have color is another musical called The Wizard of Oz, which I'm about to show you a clip right now.
What would you do with a brain if you had one?
Do? Why, if I had a brain, I could while away the hours, conferring with the flowers, consulting with the rain. And my head I'd be scratching while my thoughts were busy hatching if I only had a brain. I'd unravel every riddle for any individual in trouble or in pain.
With the thoughts you'd be thinking, you could be another Lincoln if you only had a brain.
Oh, I could tell you why the ocean's near the shore. I could think of things I never thought before, and then I'd sit and think some more. I would not be just a nuffin, my head all full of stuffin', my heart all full of pain. I would dance and be merry, life would be a ding-a-dairy if I only had a brain.
As you can see from the clip, musicals are becoming a big part of what made classic Hollywood classic. MGM, when the 50s come around, are still like the leading producers in musicals. They pretty much own the 50s with things like Singing in the Rain and Seven Bridges for Seven Brothers, Gigi, and An American Presence, and Guys and Dolls. They were still the lead movie musical producers, but other companies started to catch up on them. Warner Brothers comes out with a musical starring Dorothy Day. Fox also comes out with another musical. So the 50s are heavily music based, and stars like Frank Sinatra, Marlon Brando, who wasn't even known for his singing, start to really show themselves in musicals like Guys and Dolls, which is the next clip I'm going to show you. So movie musicals basically become like one of the most common, most used way to convey like stories in film. And here is the clip from Guys and Dolls.
Unaccustomed as I am to getting married, I am taking this occasion here to say that me and Adelaide are finally naming the day. Though she knows deep in her heart I'm a phony and I'm a fake, she wants 5 children to start. 5's a difficult point to make, but Adelaide, Adelaide, ever-loving Adelaide is taking a chance on me. Taking a chance, I'll be respectable and nice, give up cards and dice, and go for shoes and rice. So gentlemen, deal me out, do not try to feel me out. I got no more evenings free. Since Adelaide, Adelaide, ever-loving Adelaide is taking a chance. Talk about your long shots, taking a chance on me.
When the 60s come around, movie musicals are still prominent in the film industry, but there is sort of a new way of getting these musicals. Now they are getting Broadway plays and converting them into musicals, like West Side Story, The Music Man, and this hadn't been really done before. So they were kind of bringing New York to California. One of the prime and I think the best examples of this is the musical West Side Story, where they decided to do that. And that's the clip I'm going to show you. It's going to show how like so many famous actors wanted to get these parts, and how like movie musicals were still pretty strong in this.
For a small fee in America.
Buying on credit is so nice.
One look at us and they charge twice.
I have my own washing machine.
What will you have though to keep clean?
Skyscrapers bloom in America. Cadillac zoom in America. Industry boom in America.
Wealth in a room in America.
Lots of new housing with more space.
Lots of doors slamming in our face.
I'll get a terrace apartment.
Better get rid of your accent.
Life can be bright in America.
If you can fight in America.
Life is alright in America.
If you're all white in America.
The 70s is when disco started to invade cinema, and there was no longer stars like Julie Andrews who had that classic Hollywood like in the 60s. Now it was stars like John Travolta and Barbra Streisand, and there were musicals like Grease and Jesus Christ Superstar that really showed the series. But because, as we all know, disco is a dark music genre of American music history, it kind of like took a hit to musicals, and the movie musical genre by the end of the 70s was pretty much dead until the late 80s. So movie musicals are no longer, the front runner in like successful films. The clip I want to show you is from Grease because I believe it completely captured. It was one of the last movie musical genres that were clinging on to classic Hollywood films.
Sandy?
Tell me about it, stud.
I got chills, they're multiplying, and I'm losing control. 'Cause the power you're supplying, it's electrifying.
You better shape up, 'cause I need a man, and my heart is set on you. You better shape up, you better understand. To my heart I must be true.
Nothing left for me to do. You're the one that I want. Ooh, 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 honey, the one that I want. Ooh, 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 honey, the one that I want. Ooh, 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 the one I need. Oh yes indeed.
80s was pretty much the effect of the 70s killing the movie musical genre. They had a couple of musicals like Chorus Line, but it failed, and they had movies that had some musical roots like Footloose, but it wasn't a musical. The movie musical genre doesn't come back until Disney starts producing, the cartoon classic Disney movies, and it starts with The Little Mermaid, which was a full-out musical in animation form that did incredibly well. That is the next step I'm going to show you, with it breathes back life into the movie musical genre.
Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has everything? Look at this trove, treasures untold. How many wonders can one cavern hold? Looking around here you think, sure, she's got everything. I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. I've got who's its and what's its galore. You want thingamabobs? I got 20. But who cares? No big deal. I want more.
After the success of The Little Mermaid, Disney really starts to become the new MGM of the 90s for movie musicals. It pumps out all animated musicals, such as The Lion King, which is going to be the clip I'm going to show, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Mulan. also shows a more multicultural aspect of music and movie musicals, as opposed to the 50s or 40s. The most ethnic they got was West Side Story, but West Side Story didn't have a lot of actual Latinos or Latinas or Puerto Ricans. It didn't have accurate race roles, but they pretty much stuck to, white society in film. Now, what Disney does is become more involved with like different aspects of the world, like Africa or China or Native American history. And also because Disney was catering to children, it had a more fantastical, magical, whimsical aspect to it. It had talking animals and furniture and magic spells and curses. So it really brought a fresh standpoint as opposed to the MGM style of doing musicals. A movie I think was the epitome of it was The Lion King, and here is a clip.
Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase.
Hakuna Matata. Ain't no passing craze.
It means no worries for the rest of your days.
It's a problem-free philosophy.
Hakuna Matata.
After the pickup of movie musicals from the Disney franchise, the new millennium starts off not with cartoon animation movie musicals anymore, but they kind of go back to the 60s where they take Broadway shows and turn them into movies like Chicago, which got huge reception, won Oscars, Dreamgirls, which is a clip I'm going to show, and Rent, which is another clip I'm going to show. It really picks up back to where the 60s were with converting musicals from Broadway into movies. Musicals even bring their way to the small screen with shows like Glee. It really shows that musicals are becoming more and more prominent, like once again. So I don't think movie musicals are gonna go anywhere. So to close me out, I'm going to show you two clips, one from Dreamgirls and the other one from Rent. I hope you like it.
Effie, Curtis was supposed to
love me. Curtis was supposed to love me.
There you are, Effie. I've been looking all over.
I turned my back and find myself out on the line. You could have warned me, but that would have been too kind.
I've been warning you for months to clean up your act. You've been late, you've been mean, giving all kinds of bullshit flack.
That's a lie, that's a lie. It's just I haven't been feeling that well.
Effie, please, stop excusing yourself. You've been late, you've been mean, and getting fatter all the time.
Now you lying, I've never been so thin. You lying, cause you're knocking off that piece who thinks she's better than everybody. She ain't better than anybody, she ain't nothing but common.
Now who you calling common? You're self-indulgent, self-absorbed, non-professional.
I'm calling you to common pieces knocking off.
Now you listen to me, miss, blame it on the world. See, I put up with you for much too long. I have put up with your bitching, I put up with your nagging, and all your screaming too.
25,000 moments, oh dear. 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year? In daylights, in sunsets, in midnights, in cups of coffee, in inches, in miles, in laughter, in strife, in 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year in the life? How about love?
died, in bridges he burned, or the way that she died.
It's time now to sing out, though the story never ends. Let's celebrate, remember a year in the life of friends. Remember the love.